Hey, it's Nick, and I'm able to play Skate as an inside playtester, and I can finally talk about the game and go over my experience and how I feel about the game. Please ignore the online messages as there's a bug currently where they'll just always constantly be coming online and offline. Anyways, let's go over Skate and go over my experience with it, playing it as a playtester and playing it early just before early access releases. Now, I have to say, this is not Skate 3, and if anyone's looking to compare this game to the old Skate games, it's not like the old Skate games. You're not going to find the old Skate games here. What you will find here is a really fun skateboarding game, and I have to say, this is probably the most fun I've been having in a skateboarding game in a very, very long time. And I just keep coming back to it because there's always things to do, and the community is always putting out challenges out there to do and finding cool new sick things you can do. So Skate is becoming very rewarding already, even before it's out in early access. I really hope that this game is successful, and I really hope the devs listen to the fair and valid criticisms of what people are saying about Skate. Currently, I have to agree with a lot of the criticisms people are saying about the game. Things such as, that game looks too cartoonish. I have to agree. I feel that the character's art style is way too cartoonish and way too Fortnite. Now, I understand the devs are trying to expand the rating for this game to be E for everyone and not T for teen like the original Skate series. And I feel like that's doing a massive disservice to the actual Skate franchise and the core fans of Skate. And I will wholeheartedly agree with people who do not like the art style. I think you are totally valid, and those reasons I feel that they hopefully address, and I feel like they made a really poor decision on selecting this current art style for the characters. I feel like they also clash with the environment. Like, if you look at the environment, it's very realistic. It's very not cartoonish. Like, come on, it's cartoon graffitis, but like if you look at it, it's like, okay, yeah, that looks pretty realistic. That doesn't look like a cartoon, but the characters themselves, like, look how silly my guy looks, right? And if you take off the helmet, he looks just like he came out of Fortnite, which is like pretty much a cartoon video game. It really feels like it clashes with the environment, with how like realistic it looks, and then the cartoonish characters just look out of place in my mind with this environment. Now, my guy is a little extra silly because of the outfit he's got on, but hey, this outfit, level 9 Market Mile outfit, let's go. Come on. That's the legendary outfit here. You can see it here. Got it on like four pulls. So I didn't even have to buy it that many times before getting it. So, but hey, this is the rarest drop, right? The most expensive rarest drop. Let's go. And it looks ugly as fuck, I have to say. I'm sorry, there's no way to put it lightly. It just looks so ugly. I can't get behind this. That this is going to be the legendary item. This silly little clown outfit, which I don't mind. I don't mind being a clown and being silly, but it's just like, come on, man. Sometimes I want to have my character look cool, and this is doing a massive disservice to how I want my character to look. Just out and being like, really, that's legendary? That's legendary? And to get to the paid packs, you gotta scroll through the entire paid section, of course, and you can't just pick and choose what you want to buy. You gotta open loot boxes, which is honestly just complete crud. Regardless of how they put it in, loot boxes suck. Not a fan of loot boxes. Let me just choose what I want to buy with in-game currency. Let me buy it. Come on. If GTA Online can do it and make money, so can you, EA. Treat the consumer better and not like an idiot. Anyways, I got a bit sidetracked with that discussion. But I have to say, no, this has been like a lot of fun playing Skate, and I've been playing Skate for a few months. I think since April playtest I've been getting in, And honestly, this is honestly just like something I can't stop playing, and it feels really good to progress and do player challenges on top of just going in and getting my dailies done. It feels really good. So now let's go over this whole Skate experience and what you can expect in Skate when you get into the first thing. So when you first get into Skate, you are not going to have all of these waypoints, right? You're only going to have either daily challenges, right? But you're not going to have like the bridge too far. You gotta level up the areas rep and unlock them. And some missions you got to unlock until you're max level and you can't unlock anymore, and you've done them all like me. And others, like these ones, these dailies, they'll rotate out each day, and each one will give you rip chips. Now, rip chips, you can go into here, and you can only spend them currently on these loot boxes, which give you the in-game items. All in-game items, and there's a mix of also player icons and everything that you can get for your title card, such as which shows my current level, my current rip chip score, which is 5,190. We're a local. We skate goofy. We got Hegemon Goldcrest up to level 10, and we got Market Mile up to level 9, and with another one to come, hopefully sooner by season 1. So that is going to be your progression, right? The level of each areas individually, as well as your rip chip score for how many rip chips you've earned and spent, because you actually got to spend them for it to count. And that is going to be pretty much how you're going to progress throughout this game. Outside of that, all the cosmetics are optional. You don't need to spend any money on the game to play the game, or there's no gameplay or pay to win. There's no benefits to it, right? Like this emote, for instance, you can, 500 V-Bucks to do it, because it's the Sand Van Bucks, right? So you pretty much made their own V-Bucks with the Sand Van Bucks. You can get the T-Pose. You can buy that for another 500. You can get Flame Skates. But as you can see, they have a lot of things that you can get for the Sand Van Bucks, including decks and everything. But you gotta go through all that to get to the actual in-game paid items, which is honestly, not a fan of that whatsoever. But that is going to be your progression, and that's how you're going to unlock items. Now, moving on from that, what are the challenges like? Well, the challenges aren't really that difficult, and there's such a few amount of them that you're probably going to see them within 2 to 3 days. They're going to be saying sort of the same mission, but with variations on top of it. Like, let's go to this one. Ooh, we'll just fast travel by falling straight down. Now, one disappointing factor is there is no hollow meat in this game, so you are not going to break a single bone in your body. And as we go up and look at that billboard, it says Impervatech, live fast, die never. That is the in-game's lore for why you're never going to break a body. And they say it's science and don't ask questions, and I guess they never heard of what peer review is on science, where you actually ask scientists questions on how things work so you can validate that it does work, which is science. But that is the in-game reasoning on why there is no Hall of Meat, and I feel like that is probably one of the most disappointing aspects of this game. There's no X-ray bone breaking, nothing, and I feel like it's really just to attract a younger audience, or should I say to attract advertisers and the game ratings to a younger audience. And I have to say that it's really disappointing that they really took out a lot of things that made Skate 3 feel like Skate 3 and the Skate series feel like the Skate series. But I have to say, even with those missing, I am still having an amazing time in this game and having fun left, right, and center with everything I do. The skating feels phenomenal. If there's many improvements of the Flick-It system, right, that the game has. The game is done, and I feel that, trying to compare Skate 3 to this game is comparing apples to oranges. It is not Skate 3. It's nowhere near Skate 3. It's not trying to be Skate 3. And honestly, this game is fun on its own, but in a different way. If you come into this game trying to be like, oh, I want Skate 3, I want the Skate 3 experience, I want, like, you know, Skate 4, I want Skate 3, but, like, again, well, you're not going to get that game. This isn't that game. And I'm sorry to disappoint you, but it's just not. But what it is Skate. It is Skate. It's got the flick it system. It's got everything. It's just extremely different, but it's still extremely fun. And you can have tons of fun in the game. It's a different fun, and it's not Skate 3. So stop going into this light thinking you're going to get Skate 3. You're not. This isn't Skate 4. This is Skate. Sorry to shatter your hopes and dreams. So that's just the reality of it. Now, one thing that's really fun that they did add, and currently the only type of competitive you can do in the game until, you know, later on and they add more things, is currently throwdowns, which you can, you know, let's do a quick 1 minute one right here. All right, so we can join this throwdown over here in this church right away. Let's go join this. 2 out of 4. Let's go. Here's also another bug. The camera wants to reset from low to high all the time when you travel. Like, we had the camera high. I like my camera set high. But as soon as we teleported, it's like low again. So we gotta click the right stick and we can hit the high camera again. But oh no, they didn't. So this is one issue I'm finding with the game is the players just do not know how to increase the size of their throwdown rings. So you're really limited in space. Again, people, use your D-pads to increase the ring of your throwdown so that people can actually use the full space of the environment they're in. As you can see, claimed that first. I think the other person quit. They saw what I was doing and was like, nah, I'm out. But yeah, it's really about keeping that multiplier up there. Get that 4x and you can win it. And Skate is completely cross-play, so you can be playing on consoles, PC. Mobile is in the works. I'm not sure how far along that is now from release, but mobile is a planned thing. I'm not too sure about Switch 2 or anything like that. But, you know, we'll see on those platforms. All I know right now, in the current play tests and an early access release, it'll be on PS5, Xbox, and as well as PC. So more platforms I'm sure will be announced down the road. It feels like they're targeting everything, especially mobile. And yeah, we'll see. But honestly, my experience with Skate, while it does feel really limited right now in early access, Skate is on a really solid foundation that is actually fun. It's fun first, and it's not Skate 3, but it's fun. And I'd honestly say that Skate in its current form, once you get past the cartoonish graphics and some of the insane things that some people, including myself, are doing in this game, you can really go for an experience you want in this game and really have it be any way you want it. You can really go for any experience you want to go for. If you want to do this really physicalized, you know, smooth, accurate, realistic flow, you can go for it. If you just want to do some, like, you know, sick little grinds like that, you can go for it. If you just want to go do big mega ramps like this, you can also do that. Like, Skate is whatever you want to do with it. You just get your board, and they are giving you all the tools to do whichever you want to do with your skateboard and your game of Skate, and you can play it your way. And that's kind of what I'm really enjoying about Skate is you can really choose how to play Skate the way you want and just go have fun. I gotta talk about the music. I'm playing right now with no music, and that's for a reason. One, because of copyright, but two, because the music is absolutely terrible. I would not put any song in any of my playlists, honestly. It is like the worst music selection I could have experienced at any time. Like, there is just not the music for me anywhere in any of the playlists, and it is the worst soundtrack in a skateboarding game I have ever experienced. It is just not something that's going to grow on me. I'm going to just go mute it, put on Spotify, skate to my own tunes and music, and pretend that the skate soundtrack does not exist. That is how bad I feel it is, and I feel like that's a really weak point. But I feel like once you get past, the microtransactions, which are cosmetic only, and a fair loot box system that's in-game currency only, and once you get past the cartoonish art style, and once you get past the terrible, terrible soundtrack that Skate has selected, there's a really amazing skating game that works online that you can play with friends, that you can group up and party with. You get bonuses for doing each challenge. See, you get the co-op, all players trick on the same spot. You get bonuses for doing the lines with a buddy or a group of up to 4, and it's a really good experience when you get in, play with your friends, do challenges and everything, make videos. There is a replay editor, and I'll go over that, and it's honestly pretty interesting. You get really good footage, but it's still lacking some areas, such as, there's no keyframes that you can set. There's nothing like that, and it's very, very limited. It's also currently really buggy and really choppy. It's hard to get smooth looking gameplay, but like I said, there's even options for how you want to export it, the resolution, the playback speed if you want things fast, if you want to bring it slow. I wish there was an additional 2.5 slow mode, but yeah, there's going to be more customization coming to that, and I can't wait to see that. But currently, in the current state of Skate, I am having so much fun. It is a massive blast, and I really hope more people pick it up when it comes out and actually gives it a chance, because this is the most fun in time I've put into a skateboarding game in a very long time, and I really hope that people actually give it a chance and come to understand that it's not Skate 3, but it's fun. And if I was to give it a rating, I'd probably give it a 7.5 out of 10. I mean, the music really hinders it, but I can mute that. The art really throws me off sometimes, but again, once you start actually skating and playing the game, it's like you can just ignore that and just focus on the actual gameplay itself. It's so fun, and I gotta give it a 7.5 for that currently. And I think EA has done a really good job at bringing the game into the future. There's obviously a lot of things I don't like, but it doesn't make it a bad game, and it doesn't make it something that they can't fix and address in the future. So currently I would give it a 7.5, but honestly, depending on what EA does after it releases the game and what they do with season 1, 2, and 3 and beyond that, that could drop quickly and sharply. It could go up quickly and sharply. It could go up and down gradually and slowly, right? It's really depending, especially in early access, on how EA addresses things and what their update cadences like to Skate. So, yeah, that said, I'm going to try a trick through here. Oh, didn't make it. But, that said, I'll see you guys next time.